Welcome back to the Sun and Moon Tarot. Today we will find what is good and what is hidden. I hope you're well. I hope you're staying blessed. I hope you're enjoying life wherever you are. This is a pick a card read. If you haven't already watched one of my pick a card reads, ultimately you'll choose a group. You can choose multiple if you wish. They are timeless. You can rewatch them and choose another group. But ultimately today, these are the 4 groupings. I typically do the crystal reads, but we've switched over to the Gabby Bernstein advice cards as our group headers. I think it's a little bit fun and good to switch it up for the channel every once in a while, and for me, of course. So if you're interested in a personal read with me or my Patreon, that information is in the description box below. Please like, share, subscribe if you're interested. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get into it today. This is group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. You will choose a group, and I will eventually comment the timestamps. If you would like to do that, you can also fast forward, of course. The first group, of course, for today. Oh, sorry. We do the Rider-Waite, of course, for other cards. I surrender to a power greater than me is our first group. Second group will be this Periwinkle card. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. My second card here will be, third. The third group will be when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. My final group, save the best for last. I do love this card quite a bit. I am a spirit, having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. I love this card very much. It's my favorite of the deck, actually. Save the best for the last group. If you haven't heard of Gabby Bernstein, please feel free to check her out. Her books are amazing. She is an amazing person. My favorite book of hers is The Universe Has Your Back. This is the Universe Has Your Back deck for advice cards. So, if you haven't already done so, if a group doesn't call out to you, then pause the video and meditate on the groups and choose a group that way for me, please. If that is hard for you to do, let me explain it a little further. Ultimately, you'll pause the video, kind of close your eyes, and in your mind's eye, envision each group, whichever one calls to you, whichever one becomes more prevalent, or whatever saying seems more interesting to you. I would suggest you choose that group. Fair enough? All right, we're going to go ahead and get into it today without further ado. Group 1. I surrender to a power greater than me. Beautiful advice card here if you chose it. Butterflies, of course, are a very spiritual beast. If you're interested in that, I do suggest you check out that information. For your first row, we're going to use the dark green, pre-chosen. You've got the Knight of Pentacles for your first card. Court card, a second court card, the Page of Air or Page of Swords, and the Two of Wands for your final card. All elemental cards, so all minors, but again, 2 courts. So let's go ahead and get into this read. For you, these are not, the reads aren't zodiac specific, so this Pentacle card could represent any earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. The energy of money in the tarot. The Page of Swords is air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The energy of thought or intellect in the tarot. Two of Wands is going to be any fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. The energy of fire is that of creative passion in the tarot. So these placements could be of importance to you. They could be the season in which something has happened or will happen. They could be your placements in your chart or someone of a significance having these placements in their chart. I surrender to a power greater than me. So there's some sort of gift coming in, which is leading you to intuitively plan, but also, or excuse me, intellectually think things through and explore kind of your options, while also passionately kind of making a plan to either leave home or move in some way. Sorry about that, excuse me. Late night read. The Knight of Pentacles is going to be efficiency, hard work, and responsibility. The pentacle that he holds is a gift from the universe, something you've earned as you surrender to whatever kind of spirituality likely that you believe in, as you believe that you are protected and surrounded by protection. This Knight represents you being able to work hard and continue to do so as you are protected. The Page of Swords would represent curiosity, restlessness, and mental energy. It does represent you thinking something through. I think it might have to do with that surrendering to that power greater than yourself. How to efficiently move towards something new. This row does represent your current energy to recent past. So the final, the final card being that Two of Wands. It's planning, it's making decisions, it's leaving home. The Two of Wands often can reference you thinking ahead in a passionate manner and trying to plan with the universe as you surrender, right? Your curious mental energy here is going to be that, excuse me, precursor. So as you recognize, I think that you're able to surrender to a higher good, and that you are a hard worker, that you are efficient, that you do kind of think things through as well. You start making a plan towards whatever you're interested in gaining. So let's look at your future. You have, it looks like all earth, very interesting. Very, very interesting here for the second read. It is a separate deck. It is a Rider-Waite deck, of course. It does represent your future. All earth. You've got the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles, followed by the 8 and the 9. Interesting to me. Earth is really all about money. So I think, like, as you are understanding that you're a hard worker, you're making some sort of a plan to move forward. And it's really going to benefit you some way, shape, or form, so that you can it's like absolutely prosperous in your future. This 8 also represents efficiency, being hard work, having that it's diligence, it's passion, it's high standards. It's you working very hard, you producing not only money but also goods, and being able to reap the benefits of that in a lot of ways. The Queen will represent practicality, creature comforts, and security. She's the Queen of Coin, the Queen of Money, the Queen of Earth. She does represent a grounding energy. I feel like this might be an Earth sign read. You might have a lot of Earth in your chart. So this is kind of abnormal for you to be thinking, how do I don't mean this in a rude way, but a lot of Earth signs tend to think like in a grounded manner. So you're really curious and planning ahead in a passionate way because you want to move forward in your, it seems like in your money endeavors. You might be looking for a new job, you might be praying about it or meditating about it, or surrendering yourself to a higher power as you try to manifest something new for yourself, knowing that you are these energies here. So you are practical, you do focus on your security, you have no problem with diligence, hard work, high standards, passion. This 9 of Pentacles is your final card. It does represent fruits of labor, reckless spending, and rewards. So it's you gaining from this ability to surrender to this greater power, but also to plan ahead and to trust yourself. As you reap this kind of new reward, it will really benefit you. That's what the 9 of Pentacles is saying. It's the ability to spend excessively, or at the very least see the rewards of your work, see the fruits of your labor, see what you're really creating, and to continue being diligent and passionate in creation. Group 1, I hope you enjoyed the content. I always enjoy making it. Have a beautiful day. Group 2. Group 2, my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Your ability to connect sometimes allows you to kind of pursue things differently, right? Excuse me. When you have a faith level that's pretty high, that like in terms of like, so you're understanding the things that you go through for your greater good, pretty much always, it really reflects you kind of being a little more happy a lot at a time. We'll do dark green, red or white first. You do have the 2 of Pentacles, any earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And then you have the Magician followed by the 4 of Cups. So you have 2 elemental cards and a major arcana. It is interesting here that the 2 of Pentacles is followed by the Magician. And finally, you do have the 4 of Cups. Any Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, energy of water. So you have Earth is the energy of money. Water is the energy of emotion. Whereas the major arcanas are spirit speaking to you directly. Or the universe. Or whatever kind of God that you believe in ultimately. Or gods. Whatever you believe in. This is not a place of judgment. Can't say that enough. I don't believe in dominating people. I think you have the right to learn and have your own type of faith because we're all different. So I don't think it's right to assume that everyone should have the same faith. It's actually quite toxic. Anyways, so let's get into it today. Shout out to my people who think that religion and judgment-based faith thinking is somehow positive. Hopefully you get over that fear-induced root belief system. Sorry for the sarcasm. The 2 of Coins is the balancing decisions, priorities, and adaptation. Sometimes this is simply you learning kind of how to balance your life out and adapting towards that because you're deciding with, as he plays with these coins, he's deciding what is the highest priority for him. You could see the mirrored kind of image of the ships as they're kind of going through the waves, and they all carry goods. They all carry kind of like a faith that they will be able to make it towards their wherever they want to end up, right? Or wherever they're delivering something to. So this could represent to a lot of people their ships kind of sailing in terms of either new things coming into your life, excuse the loud traffic, or simply like balance, learning how to balance with that background here. So being happy as you continue to have faith that you can balance these decisions. It's interesting because it's followed by the Magician, major arcana here. The Magician is the 2nd card of the deck. He is an alchemist. He is able to work with all elements and therefore able to manifest whatever he chooses. The Magician is willpower, creation, mastery, and adaptation. So you have adaptation and adaptation. You really are learning how to just kind of make your priorities set and how to, I think this is a foreshadowing for you, or excuse me, a past card for you. This row represents your current energy to recent past. So with the Magician and that 2 of Pentacles here, you're really learning how to not be apathetic or maybe just contemplating how to continue to connect with the universe, but it also represents disconnection. So you want to be aware of that. You don't want to be so lost in your choices that you don't see a new choice that the universe is giving you. You want to make sure that you're always kind of aware that it's manifesting with you, and that you sometimes when you're apathetic, you are simply not going to be happy. You're not going to see what's coming in for you. You'll be distracted by it. And the Magician beforehand kind of is, I feel like that's why this is just a warning, or simply like something you might have learned from in the past, where you don't want to be apathetic anymore. You really want to be connected, and you really want to balance your decisions so you can manifest further with that, with the universe. So let's go ahead and look into your future. Ace of Wands, any fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, energy of creative passion in the tarot, followed by the Nine of Cups and the Chariot. So you've got earth, fire, water here in the read, and spirit, of course. So remember not to be apathetic in your current energy. I feel like a new creative kind of passionate experience is being brought to you. I feel like not only are you adapting and learning, but something's being gifted to you here. And that Ace of Wands is a representation of that gift. It's for the Ace of Wands, it's creation, willpower, inspiration, and desire. This hand is gifting you. It represents the universe. It's saying, you can do this. I believe in you. You have the ability to create what you want. And why is that? Because you have the Nine of Cups and the Chariot card following. The Nine of Cups is a really beautiful card. It's emotional contentment. It does represent satisfaction, luxury, and emotional stability with that Nine of Cups here. You have the ability to create what you wish. A lot of times as the Magician, it's interesting that these are mirrored. It's really kind of seems like with the second row, it really seems like as you adapt and learn to not be disconnected, you become more of the Magician. Your happiness is reflected, right? So you learn to be more connected and to work with the universe and to have faith, which enables you to make your priority list a little bit more intense and kind of focus on what you wish to manifest. It is being manifested in your future. You are finding what you want. It might be emotional stability, but ultimately whatever realm it has to do with, whether this is career, friendship, love, money, etc. The Nine of Cups is really you being emotionally stable and happy with this new creative beginning. The Chariot is beautiful last card. It is self-control, discipline, and success. It can represent Cancer as a sign. Or as a house, excuse me. So Chariot is you really embodying this. You recognizing that you have the ability to work with the universe. I know I keep saying that, but we all do. It's part of our birthrights. So you have the ability to have that faith in the universe and manifest with it. Through self-discipline, you will be able to keep your success up, no matter what you wish to manifest, you know. You'll be able to balance priorities and decide what's best for you, and therefore really create with whatever faith you have. I like to say the universe, but whatever you believe in, it's really helping you to be grounded and to also find kind of like that happiness that you wish to create in your life. Thank you, Group 2. I hope you enjoyed the content. I will see you in the next read. Bye. Group 3. Group 3. You have, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. It certainly does. When you lean on whatever faith you believe in, or simply believe in that you have a purpose to be here, it creates peace in you, right? So for your first row, you have the Queen of Cups, Queen of Water, any water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. She is calm, she is comfort, she is compassion. The Nine of Swords is any air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Energy of thought in the tarot. This is a little bit of a more serious card. And the Ace of Pentacles is to follow a gift, a money gift, typically from the universe. The Ace of Pentacles in the earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the energy of money or coin. So you have water, air, and earth for your first row. Interesting to me. I think we already went over the Queen of Cups. She is usually you embodying that, you being compassionate, you being able to be calm or to have peace ultimately and comfort. It's interesting that it's followed by the Nine of Swords. This card is anxiety, trauma, and hopelessness. It's an intense feeling in the mind of you thinking something through, probably from the past, and learning to lean on your own faith in whatever you believe in or in the universe, and peace really being something that matters to you, and something that you will be able to gain as you move forward from whatever this is, whatever you've experienced that's creating this kind of anxiety or trauma in your life. The Ace of Pentacles, opportunity, prosperity, new venture. It's a gift from the universe. It's usually a money gift, so it could be a new job. It could be an opportunity that leads to money. It could simply be a representation of you being prosperous or a new venture of some sort. But like, if you've had a time kind of where I feel like in your past more so you've had some sort of anxiety or trauma or just feeling hopeless, and you're learning to embody this energy of being calm because it helps you to create new opportunities with the universe, right? When I lean on the faith, the universe, peace becomes real, and you're recognizing that with this first row. For your second row, this is your future. You've got beautiful a couple appearing. The King of Pentacles is underneath the Queen of Cups. We already went over Earth, followed by the Two of Cups. Very interesting. Definitely a couple of some sort. And interesting that the Four of Cups does appear. It was in my last group, of course, with this separate deck. This is an interesting second row to me. In your future, after this opportunity appears, it might be a person. This King of Pentacles. It's interesting because this is abundance, prosperity, provider energy, and generosity. The Two of Cups is the energy of a connection, a unity, a partnership of some sort forming. And the Four of Cups is contemplation, disconnection, and apathy. Excuse me. I think you're recognizing with the second row in your future as a new relationship of some sort manifests. It's likely of love, but it could be otherwise. With this new venture, you're either meeting a partner that's very generous, or you're able to be very generous as you gain this kind of money, and it's creating some sort of unity or relationship in your life. I think this is a warning again, to not ignore that the universe will bring something into you, to have faith, to not fall back into that anxiety or that hopelessness. Because if you become apathetic and you're only focused on empty cups instead of what is being brought to you, you're not going to have peace. You're not going to have faith either. You need to have that faith. So I feel like this is simply a little bit of a reminder that you don't want to fall back into this energy that you haven't had in the past. You really want to focus on moving forward with your life, being calm and compassionate, and you can be generous, but you are also focusing on the abundance that you're able to provide for yourself and others, which does create a unity of some sort of partnership, most likely of love. It could be a love for whatever you believe in, like the universe or a god of some sort, or a group of gods, or whatever you believe in, really. It could also be you learning that lesson that if you focus on peace and having faith, that connections do come to you, right? With this as a gift. Always the cloud with the hand here on the Rider-Waite typically represents the universe working for you and bringing you something forward for you. It could also be this relationship, not to miss it, to really focus on being this kind of abundant energy so that you can bring in whatever relationship this is, or this unity, right? Group 3, I hope you enjoyed the content. I always enjoy making it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. 4. Save the best for last. I just really love this card. Look at the artwork, it's really beautiful. If you believe in chakras, of course that's your third eye, and I am a spirit. I'm having a human experience, and I'm simply here on this planet to get closer to love, to learn. That's what our human experience truly is. So let's go ahead and look at your cards. Group 4, you've got the 2 of Major Arcana, Spirit speaking. High Priestess. Could be any Pisces. Justice. Oh, wow, you have 2 Major Arcana here. Interesting. The Justice card could be any Libra. Followed by the 9 of Rods, or the 9 of Fire. That is Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Energy of Fire is that of creative passion in the tarot. It's interesting that you have 2 Major Arcana in your first row. Nobody else got that. A lot of elemental or minor arcana today. These are major arcana, or spirit, or the universe speaking. You might be foreshadowing some sort of justice. It's interesting. This doesn't really connect with this card, but it really seems like that could be it. The High Priestess is inner voice, intuition, divine truth, wisdom, unconscious thoughts. You being able to read things fluidly, like Pisces, right? To an extent, it depends on Pisces. The Justice card there represents the scales, of course. Justice is truth, fairness, law, clarity, and cause and effect. Really that understanding of the law of correspondence. Oh, interesting. That's why it's you being intuitive and understanding Hermeticism to an extent, or the laws that surround you, right? How karma works. It allows you to really learn and get closer to love. There's this, finally, this 9 of Fire, being resilience, grit, and taking last stand. You might have to stand up for yourself in some way, in the 3D, like in your current experience. You might be dealing with something that will bring you closer to love, and you might simply have to have faith in trusting your intuition and knowing that karma will follow through, that you just have to take some sort of last stand here in your recent past to current energy. Let's look at your second row. Oh my god, that never happens. You could be a reader, or you could be simply getting into tarot for the first time. I am a High Priestess, so it is interesting that this is appearing. A High Priestess is able to connect with their intuition. A High Priestess is able to connect with their guides. They are interested in every type of understanding of this spiritual experience. And they're guided by their ancestors, angels, etc. to move forward through their intuition. You have a lot of major arcana here. You only have 1 elemental card. I find that very interesting that these are repeated. If you are new to this channel or new to tarot in general, I suggest that you get into it. Get your own deck if you're interested. Start learning. Connect with other readers if you can. It's very interesting that this card is mirrored. I'm just going to keep being like intensely amazed by that. And they're in the same placement too. So you have 22 here appearing. Excuse me, sorry, again, late night read. It's just interesting that this fell out that way, and you have so many majors. It's all spirit speaking. If you felt called to this group, you really need to focus on the fact that you're a spirit in a human body, that's your vessel. Your body is your vessel. You are able to manifest with it. You're able to move forward in the 3D with it. You need it, of course, to be here on this planet to learn. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to move, to be able to create, to be able to work with all elements. That's why you need a vessel. The Fool is interesting, and the Hierophant, finally. First card of the deck being 0, innocence, new beginning, wonder, foolishness. You following this path of I can intuitively create through my inner voice, through my intuition. I do understand divine truths. I understand how to work with my inner masculine and feminine. And because of that, you're taking on some sort of new journey in your future. You're absolutely trusting that you're moving closer towards love. And this is interesting that the Hierophant is final. It's tradition, legacy, society, organized religion. Again, you might be joining a new religion. You might be creating your own channel. You might be simply connecting with tarot or other things for the first time and recognizing that that's okay. That we have been brainwashed, of course, by Christian culture into thinking that this is all devil worship. I mean, we're not going to get into my Christian rants, but here we go. So the Hierophant is really you either connecting with a religion, you connecting with a group, a society, you connecting with those around you, and creating what you want. You need to have faith in this. You taking this last stand is creating a new beginning for you. You trusting yourself, you understanding that you are a spirit. It's creating kind of a really positive future for you. It's a new beginning. It's one that Spirit's really talking about as if it's like, excuse me, embrace the wonder. Don't feel foolish. This path is that of a learning, right? A lot of people will talk about the Fool having, it is the first card of the deck. It does represent someone that is taking on that path to become the alchemist. So it's very interesting that, of course, you're a spirit taking on this human body, this human vessel to get closer to love. And the Fool kind of seconds that. If you learn to follow your intuition in your future, there is some sort of a benefit here, either a placement for you or in a society or a group or a network or whatever. And it's all about you believing in yourself and karma, and ultimately this first card, that you are a spirit, that you do have connections, that you do have the ability to work with that around you and to manifest in a really positive way. Group 4, this is a beautiful read. I really hope that if you want to talk about it with me, you can always email me. I feel like whoever watches this read, if you connect with this last group, we'll probably have quite an interesting conversation if you really want some advice. I'm not looking to charge you for a read. I'm just saying, High Priestess to High Priestess, if you want to speak with me about kind of what it is to be this spiritual being and to take on the full experience, I'm open to that if you would like to email me for some advice or comment, of course. Group 4, really beautiful read. Hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to trust yourself always. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.